Hey, David McGuffin here. Welcome to Travel Talk Tuesday tonight. It is May the 3rd, 2022, and I am at one of my most favorite places in all the world, Podero Macampo, here outside of Volterra, Italy. I'm in Tuscany, and I've been in Europe for about a week now, back in Italy for about a week now, and have really packed a whole lot in. And I'd like to show you some of the destinations and experiences that I've had just in the last 7 days. We'll be looking at my adventures in Rome, walking around the Trevi Fountain and having dinner at a new place. We'll also be going up to Pisa and looking at some of the town outside of the famous Leaning Tower. And then over to Florence. We'll spend a little time in the city of Florence looking at a few things. I was just there one evening, but that was it. And then the American Cemetery outside of Florence. We'll check that out. And finally, my experience here near Volterra at this wonderful agriturismo, Podero Macampo, and the experience I've had with my friends, the Del Duca family. So I hope you enjoy Travel Talk Tuesday tonight, and I'll be back with you at the end of the show to close it out. Hey, you know, it's about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning here, so I'm recording this in the middle of the day on Tuesday, but it's fresh, brand new content. I hope you enjoy watching, and we'll catch you at the end of the show. Hey, I used my Hilton honor points and stayed at this Hilton Curio collection hotel right near Piazza Garibaldi called the Aleph Hotel, A-L-E-P-H Hotel. It was a wonderful experience, an old-timey, lavishly decorated hotel, nice rooms, very, very comfortable. So I spent the night there in Rome, kind of recuperating from my flight the previous day, but a great way to start out the trip. Just wanted to show you a little bit about the rooms and the linens and the bathroom and everything. But this is definitely, 4 and 5 star quality hotel here. The staff was wonderful. There was a pool up on the top deck, so really good, enjoyable. And this is the outside. Protest against the Ministry of Work, and it's to stop precariato pubblico. Except for the whistling, it's bearable. Look at this old VW coming down here. This church is located very close to Piazza Garibaldi, and it is the Convento of the Capuchin monks. It includes a museum, a church, and a crypt, and it's kind of known in the tourism industry as the Bones Church. It's been years since I've been into the crypt, but if I get a chance tomorrow, I may try to do that before I head out of Rome, since I'm right around the corner. Well, I did make it into the Bones Church, the Capuchin Church, the next day, and this is inside the Baroque church. But the most intriguing thing is in the crypt down below, because there are actually old bones from Capuchin monks that were there. Now, I couldn't take any photos down there, so I purchased a few postcards and took some photos of them to show you a little bit of it. But if you're ever in the area around Piazza Garibaldi in Rome, pop into the church and take a look at the crypt as well. These are Capuchin monks that have been aged for quite a bit into the soil and then taken out of the soil and put in these crazy macabre looking areas. This is the famous fountain by Gian Lorenzo Bennini. It's called the Bennini Fountain here in Pisa. Piazza Barberini, and it's the fountain of the Tritone, or the Triton. It was commissioned by Pope Urban VIII and sculpted in 1642 to 1643. Trying to get it a little more definition here, so see exactly. So just down the road, I've often walked by this advertisement for a rooftop bar that overlooks the Trevi Fountain. So I went up there. It's a very small place, maybe 30 square feet or something. And this is the sort of the view of the Trevi Fountain you can see from that bar. It cost me about twice, not about, it cost me 18 euro for a drink, which would normally cost 5 euro anywhere else. This is the video here I made from the same place. I figured I'd get my 18 euro worth. Just down the road from the Trevi Fountain is this Ristorante Moro, and I've walked past it many, many times on my way to the Trevi Fountain. But my friend David Clark was recently here in Rome and suggested I try this out. He said, looks like a place you might like. It looks like we were in a room with a bunch of Americans, but looks like there's an Italian place in the back. So I was able to get in here and said, no, I don't want to eat up in the front. I want to eat out back. And I had a fantastic meal with some spaghetti and cacio e pepe. This is veal with artichokes and beans, fagioli, local wine from Lazio region. So I had a great dining experience there. Finished it all off with a cafe espresso, and it was wonderful. I walked around the corner back to the Trevi Fountain. I wanted to take a photo of all this trash on the ground here because there's no trash cans available, so people are throwing the gelato stuff away and right there on the pavement. But right here is the Trevi Fountain. This gentleman's always roasting chestnuts right here in this area. You wish you could smell it. Hey, David McGuffin here. I've spent a few hours in this area of the Trevi Fountain. The tourism is definitely picking up, and got a lot of people here. I've done a Facebook Live post here from today, and just had dinner down the road here at El Moro, and I had to just insist that I wanted an Italian experience and not something when the touristic street here heading from the Pantheon to the Trevi Fountain, and I got it, including a cafe and a long wait for the bill. But that's expected here in Italy. A great dinner and dining experience, and now I'm at the Trevi Fountain. I posted earlier today, this thing was built in 1732. It's 83 feet in height and about 160 feet in length. An aqueduct from the early Roman times, from the 2nd and 3rd century AD, feeds this fountain even today, and everybody comes here. You know, there's I think I saw pre-pandemic about 3,000 euro a day goes over the from the right hand over the left shoulder into this fountain. A coin in the fountain brings you back good luck, and also guaranteed return to Rome. For me, it works all the time, so who knows? But anyway, from Rome at the Trevi Fountain tonight, your adventure starts right here with David McGuffin's Exploring Europe. Hey, the next day I took the train up to Pisa. It was about a 3-hour ride up there, and so I got a little B&B on the main drag and was able to get some dinner right there in town. My friend Claudia from Volterra recommended this restaurant that I went to, and it was definitely good, fantastic food, nice service. So I enjoyed that. And that's about all I did in Pisa. Hey, David McGuffin here. I am finishing up my evening tonight in Piazza Garibaldi, just right here behind me in Pisa. Right in front of me, I'll show you, is the Arno River, one of the many churches in town. And that, if you're walking right past the church and the Civic Center, City Hall, bell tower, you go to the train station, zipping back over here to Piazza Garibaldi. And if you go here, let's see, here in that direction, you can go to the Leaning Tower of Pisa. The Arno River right here, flowing out to the Mediterranean Sea. It's what made Pisa so famous. I'm heading back to my B&B, which is just across the river. Thanks for checking out and being with me tonight and checking out Pisa. Your adventure starts right here with David McGuffin's Exploring Europe. I'll catch you later on in another city in Italy. Hey, David McGuffin here. This is Pisa. Waking up in the morning. It's a Friday morning about 9:30. You can see me and the locals and a couple of drivers walking to the train station. This is the main drag from the train station in front of us, heading back behind me to the river. And from the river is kind of the route that I showed you yesterday, going to the Leaning Tower of Pisa and the Field of Miracles.
È obbligatorio l'uso delle mascherine protettive, seguire i percorsi dedicati e rispettare la distanza minima di sicurezza tra I passeggeri. It's mandatory to wear a protective face mask, follow the dedicated routes and respect the minimum safety distance between passengers. Prossima stazione, parcheggi scambiatori e parcheggi bus. Next station, park and ride and bus station.
Hey, David McGuffin here. I am on the Pisa Mover. You can see it's right outside the main train station in Pisa, Pisa Centrale. And this is a relatively new train that has come in to being in the last couple of years. It's an autonomous train, meaning it has no driver. And as you can see, it's just two of us traveling right now. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. But it's a good way. It's a €5 round trip, or €5 one-way trip from the station to the airport, or from the airport to the train. Another added benefit of this Pisa Mover autonomous train is that there is a public parking halfway between the airport and Pisa Centrale in the central part of town. And this parking is very cheap, it's pretty secure, and you can hop on this train and go to either to the airport or back into Pisa city center in, as you can see, just 4 or 5 minutes. It's a great way, if you're along the highway here, to stop, visit Pisa, and get back in without having to worry about the hassles of parking in the city center. So there's plenty of parking out and about here. Here's the station.
Ricordiamo ai signori viaggiatori che devono utilizzare gli appositi sostegni e mancorretti.
As you can see.
Attention please. We remind passengers to hold on to the designated support and...
Hey, David McGuffin here. I am in Florence, in one of my favorite places, Mercato Centrale, the Central Market. Let me just give you a quick show around in the middle of the afternoon when it's not too busy, what this all entails. This is the meat shop, the Metalleria, and tons of T-bone steaks and stuff there, along with all kinds of sausages. Looking across to the Lampadero Detto, which is cow stomach, Tripa, Fiorentina. And then on the other side, all kind of products. One of my favorite places is this hamburger joint here. They make them fresh. These are little cones of fried foods. Anything from mushrooms and peppers all the way up to zucchini and whatnot. Really cool. There's the whole big bar area. This place here prepares the bistecca alla fiorentina right here on the table. As I mentioned, it's only about 5:30, so nobody's serving right here, but one of the best places right there to eat. Here's the fish. You come in and order your fish and they'll cook it up for you. They even offer cooking classes in this Mercato Centrale. You can see many, many different cooking stations. This is inside the Central Market. What is it called? Art Nouveau design. Turn of the 20th century, so late 1800s. Here we have good old southern pulled pork and fried and chicken and wings. These are little sandwiches they make, half triangle sandwiches called trapezzino. Even Chinese food here, ravioli Chinese, so dumplings. Now we have the pasta shop, sausage, all kind of sweets, dolce. We know this is Cantucci here in Tuscany. Maybe you know it as biscotti. Another bar on this side. There's some more of that lampredotto. Over here, this is a famous dish from Florence, which I have never tried it, but it's basically a cow's stomach. One of the stomachs of a cow. Maybe one day I'll try it. Pizza by the slice. Taglia means by the slice. Our pizza in taglia, sliced. And then this is the normal pizza shop with the pizza ovens. You come in and order whatever pizza you'd like, and they make it fresh for you. Salads. One of my favorite places, the wine bar. And then finally, you have the truffle bar. So black truffles, white truffles. You can see that truffle right there. From here in Tuscany is 3,300. It says dollars. I wonder if that's dollars or euro. Black truffles are 250 euro per 1/10 of a pound. Buffalo mozzarella cheese, salad bar. Then of course, there's a shop you can go in and buy all that stuff. So that's a look around the Mercato Centrale here in Florence. I know my mouth's watering right now, but it's not dinner time yet. I'll be back. Hey, your adventure starts right here with David McGuffin's Exploring Europe. Hey, David McGuffin here. You just had a quick stroll through the Mercato Tintorale, the San Lorenzo Market here in Florence. A lot of vendors here of leather goods, trinkets, crafts, tourist items, souvenirs, you name it, it's all here. But I say come here because it's a good start for looking around and seeing what's available in Tuscany to purchase. Hey, from the San Lorenzo Market here in Florence, Italy. Your adventure starts right here with David McGuffin's Exploring Europe. Ciao from Florence. Hey, David McGuffin here, back at the Florence American Memorial Cemetery here in Tuscany in the Chianti Classico region, about 6 or 8 miles outside south of Florence. I've been here many times, and every time I come here, I have to give a little post to let you know that everything is all in well in this portion of the United States. This memorial cemetery houses the remains of 4,392 men and women who gave their lives liberating the Italian peninsula, mostly from Rome north through the Apennine Mountains up to Florence in June of 1944. There's also placards in the memorial here behind us of, gosh, thousands of other men and women whose bodies were never recovered, but their names are definitely remembered on the memorial back here behind us. This is the end of April, so in about a month we'll be celebrating Memorial Day back home in the United States. And when that happens here at this cemetery and many of the other American cemeteries throughout Europe, local volunteers show up and put American flags and Italian flags at the foot of each of these graves. Always a very peaceful place, a very peaceful day, away from the hustle and bustle of tourism when we visit the American Cemetery here in Florence. Thanks for watching. Your adventure starts here with David McGuffin's Exploring Europe. Well, here I am at Podero Macampo, and earlier you heard me talking about the Tripa. And so we got here, this was May the 1st, and evidently there is a tradition here in Tuscany to have fava beans and Tripa on May the 1st, May Day, a celebration day. So the El Duca family, along with some other guests, were there having breakfast in the breakfast room here, and lo and behold, Ivana brought up Tripa and Genuino. So they were drinking wine, having Tripa and these fava beans. And so I know I've always said I've never tried it before, but I gave it a try.
You're on video?
You sure it's running?
Yep.
I don't want to do this twice now.
Can you edit it?
So,
Because you're talking
yeah, I
through
can
it.
edit it. Of course I can edit it.
6 and some 7
Yeah,
seconds.
okay.
Oh boy.
Hey, David McGuffin here. I'm at Podero Macampo, and this morning we're having Tripa for breakfast, tripe. Now, I've often said that I would never try this stuff, and I've often said that if I ever got around to trying it, I'd have to have it with a whole lot of wine. So here I'm at breakfast, not a glass of wine to be found, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Okay, Tripa from Ivana Genuino del Duca. Actually, you know, you can't mess up their tomato sauce, so that's their tomato sauce. And with it on this meat, this cow stomach, I think. You know, a cow has like, what, 7 stomachs, I think? And this comes from stomach number 5. So we'll have to see. I wonder if it's better if it's stomach number 7. So one more bite, and that's it for my lifetime try of Tripa. Your adventure starts right here. Mine does too, with David McGuffin's Exploring Europe. Ciao from Macampo. Hey, David McGuffin here. It's not often that in Volterra I go somewhere that I've never been before or seen before, but this is kind of cool because we found this little chapel above the cemetery. And it's a chapel where a prayer to, it's a chapel dedicated to God, of course, but St. Michael, the Archangel St. Michael, is commemorated in there as well, and the story in Revelation about Michael, the Archangel, and Christ, God, casting the devil into the eternal, everlasting inferno. I'm just trying to translate. First of all, it was Latin, and then there's a little bit of Italian in there, but let's go inside and look at this, and in the meantime, I'll find out a little more history. It's Sunday afternoon, oh, actually Sunday morning still, not even noon. Somebody's weed eating down here. You always recognize that noise. This is a crucifix dedicated to the imperial god in May of 1895. This chapel was obviously constructed at that time. Let's walk in, take a look. This is all frescoes. Hey, David McGuffin here. I'm at the cemetery in Volterra. It's 12 o'clock noon on a Sunday. You can hear the local church bells ringing here in the background. No significance with Dino Ticciati to me, but I'm sure there's a lot of significance to their family here in Volterra. Many of the grave markers, headstones, and mausoleum markers have photos of the dearly departed, which is kind of nice too. It puts a face with the eternal memory. Hey, thanks for watching Travel Talk Tuesday tonight. I've got a few more days left here in Italy with this Tuscan Villa Experience Tour. That's 1 night in Florence, 7 nights here at Podero Macampo, where we do some wine tasting, cooking classes. We see how they work the soil here and get the grapes to produce and make their wine. We also visit Siena on this trip. We visited Pisa and Lucca, and of course Florence and other places as well. I hope you enjoyed it tonight. I think next week I'll be in Ireland, I believe. And if that's the case, Travel Talk Tuesday next week will be from Ireland. But today, from Tuscany, near Volterra, at Podero Macampo, your adventure starts right here with David McGuffin. Ciao, we'll catch you next week.